Hey my cuties, this is your study buddy Shams, and today's video is gonna be about my PI experience with IMT. So I got the mail and I was really excited. And please see अच्छे से what all documents they're asking for. It's really important. Otherwise, your candidature can get you can get disqualified. It can be cancelled. So read it carefully. I reached the venue on time, and there after our document verification, we were asked to write an sort of a small essay. It's called critical thinking. They give you a situation where you'll have to think and write. There is a limited space to write. You only get one sheet, so write only relevant points. I won't be telling what I wrote. If you want to know, you can drop a comment or DM me on study buddy shams on Instagram. The topic was it was a big topic. I can tell you the gist is luxury brands are usually associated with the West, Europe and America, mostly Europe. Should they like start manufacturing their things in India, or will it hamper the authenticity of their products? Because luxury brand are not just about the product; it's also about the history. It's also about the quality and things like that. So how you merge these two? It was about that. Okay. After that, I like waited for a while, and then I was called for the PI round. So by now, I have given around four interviews, and I've noticed this consistent pattern that if you bring a positive energy to the room, your interview will be flawless. I was not grilled touchwood in any of my interviews. I was not, they were not trying to put me in hard positions. Why? Not because I'm the only thing is I entered with a smile. I greet them. I took permission before sitting, and I asked, "How are you, sir?" And I humanized them. Instead of seeing them as panel members who are gonna evaluate me, I talked to them how I talk to you guys. Okay, I went there. I sat. I said, "Hello, sir. How are you? Good morning. And how are you, Shambhavi?" I told, "I'm good, sir. Thank you for asking." And then he asked me, "Tell me about yourself." So now about again, I've already mentioned in this in my another video is you tell me about yourself. If you get this opportunity, you give them good content to ask from. Okay, you mention all the things and be very prepared about everything you mentioned there. Give them good masala, not just tell them about your academics, but also, like, I also mentioned that I'm a very curious person. I thrive in groups, and these are the qualities. You mention your qualities beforehand, and do mention the qualities that you already have. Okay. This is how I conclude my tell me about yourself, so that it's quality driven or it's something like that. After that, there were around 30, 40 chits on the table. They asked me to pick two random chits from there. So one was pollution, the another was Alexa. So they asked me to relate these two. Thanks to my UPSC preparation, I could relate to it. And instead of one, I gave them 2 points, and they were really excited, impressed by me. And they said that, okay, these two things, like to relate these two, would be really hard, but you did a great job. So the first thing they asked me was, how are you in groups? So I mentioned that with some real life example, because again, humanize the interview. Don't just tell them these are the qualities I have. No, tell them how do you know that you have these qualities. Give them example about it. Okay. Apart from that, he asked me about a recent trip I've taken and what all things I learned there, and then we connected economy with ecology there. So he asked me how does it impact and asked for my points. Any question you want me to answer, drop a comment. I'll answer to all the comments, or you can again DM me on Instagram. Okay. After that, he asked me what country is doing good maintaining this trip and, the tourism and ecology. So I mentioned Switzerland, and then he said that, oh, obviously that it's very expensive. So I said that, obviously, sir, to check the footfall of any tourism or anything, you need money to sustain it, and that is how it works. Then he asked me about why MBA, what are my plans after my MBA, and how does an MBA, like, he put me in a position where I can do what I want to do even without an MBA. So I answered, no sir, I might commit some layman's mistakes, and I want to avoid those. I want to get into that business with all the knowledge I need about the stream, about the market, about the customer behavior, and all the technical aspects, so that I can run my business in a good way with the maximum profit. And that is like that. One more thing that they asked me is, because I prepared for UPSC and I did my post graduation already, this would be my second master's. So he said that usually all the students that come to our MBA program are a bit younger to you, you know. They might be 20 to 23, and I'm 26 right now. So they said, how will you manage this? You know, this might cause problems. So I said, no, sir, I gel up easily with people. I have friends from the age of 20 till 35. I am good in groups, and anytime we'll have a different opinion, we'll talk it out and figure it out in a way that works for both of us. So I don't think so that is a problem. So according to your situation, they can give you any condition where you are at loss. Okay, so you have to bring the positive side of it, that no sir, it's not a positive, it's actually a negative. One last question that he asked me was, in the current scenario of gig economy, the gig workers have increased from 20% to 70% in the recent 5 to 10 years, and the full-time employment have decreased also substantially. So is it a positive or a negative thing? So I gave them both positive and negative. One thing that you learn from this situation is, anytime they ask you is it positive or negative, if it's a situation of dilemma, you give them both the answer, that there are, it's a twofold thing. So there are certain positives and negatives. So what happens, they evaluate that you have a holistic point of view about things. You don't have a rigid mindset, because a manager has to be flexible. They have to understand the other's point of view as well. So be updated about the news, know everything about yourself, be optimistic. Because when I was leaving, they were not just smiling. One of the panel members actually said that, okay, Shambhavi, all the best. You have a very confident and good personality. And that is how my interview was concluded. So, when your interview is being concluded in a positive note, where the panel member actively compliments you, it is a proof that, okay, you are doing good. So if you have any question, drop a comment. I will tell you what to do. I will try to resolve your issue. And subscribe. Bye bye.